Good freaking morning, people. Big Red here. Thank you all for tuning in to my Red Talk. Today is December 28th, I think. 26, 26, I don't know. Whatever it is. It's Thursday this week. I believe it's the 28th, maybe the 29th. But, hold on. I'll tell you right now, because now it's going to bother me if I don't know what day it is. And survey says the 28th. I was right. December 28th. It is a dreadful morning here. Uh, Absolutely pouring rain. It's not that cold out, which is nice, but it's fine. But it's like raining sideways when I walked out of the house. It looks like it's letting up now, but not fun. Not a fun. Not a fun day for me. Um, yeah, but this would kind of make sense. I was like coughing like crazy last night. I think this stupid cough that's been around for weeks now. I think that's I think it's coming from the weather. Like I don't know. Somebody smarter than me out there has to be watching this and has to let me know if the like the change with the pressure when this weather's changing like this, like does that affect it? It has to, right? I think we talked about this a couple episodes ago, but I'm like nearly certain that the weather will do this. So it's another beautiful talking point to living in New York. Best place on earth, right? Not. So, oh, but yeah, today I'm on my way. I got practice right now. So I'm driving up to practice in this torrential rain. I have to say, I want to give Brandon a shout out. There's no shot he watches this because it's too long. But he got me one of those Keurig machines for Christmas that is it does hot and cold coffee, and I've been using the shit out of it since Christmas, and it's working pretty good. It's like it's got a button to make iced coffee, which I don't really understand because the coffee still comes out hot. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong there or if it's supposed to do that, and then you're supposed to wait. Like it comes out kind of less hot, and then you're supposed to wait and put it in the ice so the ice doesn't melt all right away. But I don't really know. But it works, and it's big. It's nice. So I have been on my uh, refillable cup game lately, making coffee, and it's is it the same as getting it from the store? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it ever will be unless I become like a full blown freaking barista. But oh, but it's splashing, buddy. Uh, but it definitely gets the job done and makes coffee. So can't beat that. And it saves paying like $6, I think it is, for my coffee every day. Oh, excuse me. Fuck. Excuse me again. Yeah. Oh, That'll wake you up in the morning. Man, but that too, sneezing like crazy. I don't know what's going on. Like I'm not sick. I know that, and I know this is like a thing, so it makes it even more annoying. But yeah, anyway, so Brandon, thank you for uh my iced coffee maker. It's gonna go to extremely good use multiple times a day, and you're the man. Appreciate you. Now, I'm trying to think what fun stuff we could talk about today. Wasn't really much happening. I saw Russell Wilson in the NFL world. Wilson is getting benched for the last game. I'm currently in the championship game for my fantasy league, so that's kind of dope. I'm trying to think, should I pull a little loop de loop and hit the dude up I'm playing and ask if he just wants to split the pot? I think it's I don't remember what the payouts are, but if I win, it'll be over $1,000, so that'll be nice. Definitely, definitely useful. So I don't know. Comment down below if you're watching this if I should hit the dude up that I'm playing and ask him if he just wants to split the total winnings together, or is that like a bitch move? Only because I'm thinking it would be. Thinking if we split it, it would probably be like 700 each, which isn't bad. And if I think first place gets 1,000, maybe 1,000, 1,500. I don't know. I just got to pay more attention to these things. I really don't at all. But it's that's this weekend though, so I'm kind of pumped about that. My team has been like weirdly good. The overall theme of my fantasy this year is that every team I played, like my guys just go completely off, and like their main guy, two or three main guys will have the worst days of their lives. So it's we'll see. Hopefully it carries through onto this weekend. Win me some moolah. Ooh, I'm also pretty pumped. We so every year we go on a family vacation together. My mom takes the whole family away, which is dope. Love you, mom. Thank you. Great tradition. All about it. Typically, we would go out of the country, someplace tropical. This year, we can't do that. So, we're actually going to stay at Mount Airy Resort in Pennsylvania. It's right in the Poconos, which the Poconos is one of my favorite places to go. Absolutely love the Poconos. And Mount Airy has a pretty nice casino setup attached to the hotel. So that's going to make for an interesting trip because uh, there's very little willpower when it comes to casinos and myself. But I like playing them. I like playing there. Place is usually pretty good. Usually walk out somewhat on top every time, unless something drastic happens. But that's pumped about that. She booked that last night or 2 nights ago. So it'll be a nice little 3 day getaway at the end of January. January? February? I don't remember. But it'll be nice to get away. Be nice to just sit in a casino for 12 to 14 hours a day, which is probably what's going to happen, considering me and my brother just run that all the time. Yeah, I'm pumped about that. So doing that. What else? I got a couple of vacations lined up. I got um, going down to Florida in February. Yeah, we got a wedding we're going to in Florida, and then we're going to Disney for a couple days, which I am beyond excited about. I don't know if you guys know, if you've been around for a while. I'm sure you've seen the past vlogs, but I'm a Disney freak. I absolutely love it. There's like, I don't know what it is, but I'm love going to Disney. I love doing the parks. I love the mayhem of the vacation because it's a crazy vacation. And just like, I don't know, like it's weird because to me, like I would probably say 80% of the time I would pick a Disney vacation over like a Mexico, going to Mexico or going to Cancun, like stuff like that. I don't know. I just would. I'm weird like that, I guess, but I'm one of those Disney adult freaks for sure. But yeah, I just absolutely love it there. It's easily my favorite place to go. So I'm very excited about that. I haven't been there in a little bit. I was supposed to go in July, and of course, the weekend I was going was the weekend that all hell broke loose in the airport world. So the all the flights were canceled and everything. It was an actual disaster. I'll tell you about that right now. So I'm supposed to go. All right. She was already down in Florida. She had a bachelorette party that she went to in Florida, and we were like, "Oh, all right." She's already down. I think she was in Tampa. She was already down in Tampa, so we were like, "Let's back a Disney trip onto that." So after the bachelorette, I was gonna go down from like Monday to Thursday, and or Sunday to Thursday, whatever it was, and meet her down there, and we were gonna go to Disney. Wake up that morning, and to an email and text messages that saying my flight was canceled. I was like, great, that's fun. So flight was canceled, and then I'm like panicking on what to do. Looking back on it, I was gonna just jump into my truck and drive down, and I should have done that. That would have been the move. But spent the entire day trying to find other flights down. Like, you know, couldn't get anything with my original ticket, so I went through like all like the booking sites to try and do that, and ended up finding something on, I think it was like Expedia or something, and I booked that. So I was like, all right. It was the same day, so I was flying down. I would have got there at like late at night. It was going to be, I think the flight took off at, I don't know, 8 o'clock at night. So the deal was I was going to fly into Tampa just because, like, I don't know what was going on that day, but the airports were crazy. Like, everybody was canceling flights left and right. It was just a very weird situation. Like, a lot of weird shit going on there. And, like, found this flight. It was out of Newark. So I had my dad drove me to Newark. Now, flight's supposed to take off like 8:30. During the drive there, it gets pushed back to like 10:30. I was like, whatever. Flying into Tampa, I had set up a rental car from Tampa to drop off in Orlando, to fly back from Orlando. And I was like, all right, if I get there, it's going to be midnight. I can drive. It'll take 2 hours at night. I'll get to the hotel 2 o'clock in the morning, the latest. Like, not the end of the world. Wake up the next morning, bam, I'm in Disney. Everything's better, right? Drive to Newark. Like I said, got pushed back there on my drive. Get there, check in, the whole thing. Sitting at the gate, gets pushed from 10:30 to 12 o'clock. Now 12 to 1 o'clock. Now 1 to 1:30, and then finally, it was probably close to midnight when I was sitting there, because I was like determined at that point. I was like, I don't give a shit. I'm going. I'm doing this. And it ultimately got pushed till like 11 a.m. I think it was the next day. Big no for me, dog. I was furious. I was like, already spent the night basically in Newark Airport, so ended up just canceling my trip. I was at Newark until about 5 o'clock in the morning, so I can to try and cancel because there was nobody there, obviously working, and it was an actual nightmare to try and cancel that trip. So it sucked. So she ended up going to Disney for 3 days by herself. The whole the whole thing was just not good. Very very upsetting. I was like so looking forward to going. Like, I was going to Florida in July. That's how bad I wanted to go. But that was the last time I was supposed to go to Disney, and it just didn't pan out. So now I'm excited because we're going in February, and I cannot freaking wait. Especially after that last debacle I just explained to you guys. So that's big. That's big on me. So pretty pumped about that. I do, however. I mean, this is a good time of year to do it, but I started a sleeve on my leg, tattoo sleeve, and it's going to be all like Disney, Marvel, Pixar, Pokemon. I'm calling it my nerd leg. When it comes down to it, I want it to be my nerd leg, and I need to I need to get on that game as well because I'm dying for another tattoo. It's so funny. Like, people always say, it's like, oh, once you're never one and done with that. It's like very true. I had one for a long time. I was like, all right, that's fine. Then I got the second one. I was like, all right, I want to do this, and then I got the third one, and it's like I like want to cover everything. I don't know, they're like so addicting. The only issue with that is they are very expensive and time consuming. That's my biggest issue. So I want to fill up this whole leg, my whole right leg. That's definitely in the plans. And my plan's going to be once I get some extra money, I'm just going to do a huge, maybe like 2 straight days, just go and get it done and do a good portion of it. Maybe start up to my knee and then go from my knee to my hip after. But right now I have a lightsaber on my shin, like straight down the shin bone. Most painful thing I ever did. It was not smart. It was just 2 hours of digging into my shin bone. Very, very uncomfortable. And yeah, that was the most unenjoyable. People are like, why would you do that? And to be honest, my theory behind it was like, it's going to be the first one. It's the staple. So it's Anakin's lightsaber straight down my shin. I was like, kind of made sense in my brain to just get the worst one over with first, you know? Like everybody said, that's the most shittiest spot to get it, and that one's going to hurt the most. So I was like, my rationale in my brain was just like, all right, well, let me do that first and get it over with. So I'm happy about that. Um, I don't think the rest will be that bad. Like I have both of my biceps, inside my biceps done, which was brutal as well. I think the common theme here is that I just kind of like pain now that I think about it. But yeah, I got both my biceps done, my shin and my forearm here. So ultimately, in this lifetime, I would like to fill up my entire right leg and my whole left arm. I think that would be. I think that'd be cool. I want to keep like the nerd theme for my leg. And to be honest, I'm kind of thinking of just like patching random shit that I like that's not nerd related on my arm. You know, if it's stuff I like, what does it really matter to anybody else? Like, it's for me. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm hoping I can get a good chunk of this leg done this winter. That would be nice. That way, I want to get a little bit of it done before summer. People say you're not really supposed to get tattoos during summer, just because it's out in the sun or whatever. I've been trying to listen to that rule because to me, like, they're obviously like it's an expensive investment and it's there forever, and you don't really want to fuck it up. So that's what the rule of thumb I've been following. But I think in order to get it done, I might just like plow through. Maybe this summer too. I don't know. I gotta see. But yeah, I got 2 things I'm itching for beyond belief: some tattoos and a Disney trip. I would ultimately like to live down by Disney. Not even like yeah, it'd be cool to live you know in Orlando and be like 10 minutes away. I think that'd be kind of sweet. But I think the real move would be is to like live maybe close to an hour, 45 minutes to an hour away. So that way, it still feels kind of like a getaway when you go, but you can still do, you can still go there and back in the same day. Also, I want to apologize if the audio is weird because I have the mic going, but like it is raining buckets here, absolutely raining buckets. So I'm hoping it's not coming through too much on the mic, and if it is, I apologize. And I apologize that I only uh, recognize this 25 minutes into this, but you know, oh man, but yeah, I think living down in that area would be kind of cool. It's such a big part of our lives. Like it makes sense, and the happiness level increases dramatically when that trip is planned or that trip gets close or we're there. So, kind of in my eyes, it's like, why would I not try and make it so we're there and happy all the time? It makes sense to me, but we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, hoping this rain lets up. This is annoying. The only good thing is it's 52 degrees outside at the end of December, which huge red flag, but for the world. But yeah, like this should be snow, so I'm happy it's not snow, and I'm hoping this shit stops. I don't feel like getting that wet today. It's not on my mood board for today. My mood board was actually the complete opposite. So yeah. So I got today. We have the pop up tonight. Saturday is going to be our last day of the pop up. So if you're watching this, come for the big grand finale of the pop up in Rockville Center for Dolce Bella. Also, we got new hats. Okay, so the Dolce Bella hat. This is the big red hat. All pun intended there. You can go online and buy those now if you'd like. Yeah, busy couple of days ahead of me. Um, then on to New Year's, and then after that, it's gonna be really go time. So I think that's all I got for today. Very tired. I've been working at the bar for years now, doing security, and they had us go on a random Wednesday, and which was last night, thinking that it was going to be some huge, enormous party, and was not. So, kind of wasted my time there. But the only good thing is I was home at 11, and I get a shift pay. So essentially, I get paid for showing up, no matter how long I'm there, up until the next amount of hours. So I'll take that. I will take that. But it left me very tired this morning, considering I think it probably just crossed about 8 o'clock in the morning. As I go to practice here. But I've got this, and then speakeasy until late tonight. Practice early in the morning again tomorrow. So it's going to be a busy one. It's all right though. It's the life I chose. I chose to do this. I love my life. I wouldn't change it for anything. And yeah, I just love it. I love what I do. I love everything I do. Very busy person. I set it up that way. I want it that way, and still make money. So it's funny because I set it up like I'm extremely busy, but I still have freedom to do essentially anything I want to do. So I can't be that mad at it if I'm just like, hey, you know what? Actually, for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna go, you know, drive to California and back just for the hell of it. It's like, you know, I got the freedom to do that. So why wouldn't I? All right, that's all I got for today, guys. Thank you. If you made it this far, I love you. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as usual, let me know if there is anything you guys want to hear me talk about. I have to, I got some stuff I'm gonna look up and get into, but the new year's coming. New year is coming. So, thank you. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow morning.